to play this afternoon. And we've got a change of guard in the commentary box now as we welcome John Parrott and Dennis Taylor. What's your take on what they've served up so far, guys?
Well, it's an incredible scoreline, it has to be said, Hazel. So can the mid-session interval turn things around? It remains to be seen, but it happens so often. But Judd Trump just dominated those first 4 frames. Ronnie never got going.
Seemed pretty relaxed in the lounge. Ronnie, despite the scoreline, having a laugh and a joke with his entourage. But amazing to think he could play the opening session of a final and have a highest break of 21 in the first 4 frames.
Well, I don't know where they got them from. That's a mixture of everybody there.
Settle down, please.
Yeah, he's in a spot of bother here. Can't really play the dump shot and leave the cue ball at the top end. And that red that's behind the black. And doesn't really want to play off the right-hand side. But the 2 reds may be thin off the 2 reds that are stuck together. Is the only shot he's got. Oh, he's played that really well. Very similar to a shot he played with last night, the semi-final, Dennis, when he ended up going down the table behind the brown one we showed in the shot of the championship.
Yeah, and Ronnie will show you the shot again here, and Ronnie immediately tapping the table in appreciation of that terrific safety. Would help Judd. It's not touching. I'd be able to come down off the pink also, you know, hit the red first and then just glance off the pink. Oh, he could avoid canneling the pink, but could have played it better. He could be in trouble now because the yellow and brown's a good target, and Ronnie plays this shot normally so well, and he needs a good safety to force the error from Judd. Could this be the one?
Yeah, he's got a lovely target, hasn't he? Behind yellow and brown.
Well, that's nearer the pocket, that.
Interesting shot that. I thought he was going to swing it around the angles, Dennis, to get him behind yellow and brown, but played it plain ball, or nearly plain ball.
It's a bit of a chance, but it's not an easy one. Misjudgment there from Judd. Got a pot here, but not easy to get nicely onto a colour.
Pink going might be a help, Dennis, if it does. Doesn't have to hit it quite as hard then. And it looks like it does.
1.
Just needs one good contribution, Ronnie, just to get fully into this final properly.
I'm looking at the high breaks. 89 from Judd Trump. 21 for Ronnie O'Sullivan. That will soon change.
Seven. 8.
Yeah, Ronnie just would obviously ideally love to win all 4, of course he would, but take 3-1 now and just be 5-3 behind going into this evening session, so that'll be something he'll be looking at. long way from being over this final.
15.
Yeah, you don't lose your form overnight at this game. Okay, he's had a terrible start, but Judd's been extremely good. As I say, it's still
60.
a little bit awkward. I wouldn't say it was a straightforward chance to score a sizable break. And sometimes he even plays better when it's a little
23.
awkward, and he keeps his focus.
24. $31. $32.
Yeah, couldn't really avoid the cannon there because it was such a thin cut. Not quite going on his way today. Certainly the positional stakes at the moment.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 32.
I know it's a bit early, but not a bad idea to put the brown safe. That may come into play later in this frame. I think in this year's Masters, Judd Trump has played some of the best tactical play I've ever seen from him, John.
Yeah, I think just in the space of this week, he's certainly showed commendable patience at times and good application, prepared to wait for a better chance. Hasn't been forcing the issue, so might be a thing we'll see more of. Certainly if it brings rewards, which it has so far, reaching the final. And that's a chance.
You've got to cue these so well across the nap of the cloth. Yeah, they're never easy, those. So a second chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I still didn't see him missing it, Dennis. I thought he'd get this. So maybe just a little bit of focus gone after the mid-session interval. We certainly saw it with Ronnie yesterday. The first 4 frames were absolute granite snooker in that semi-final against Ding Junhui. And he just lost his way a little bit for a couple of frames after the interval, and Ding started getting back into the match. So we've seen it before. Got to try and keep that focus even after the interval.
7.
Just that shot there, he should have ran through a little bit further to make it easy for his next position. He's had to cannon the
8.
blue, but he's left himself the correct angle on it. And even for the greatest player that's ever picked a snooker cue up, you know, you
13.
don't settle. No one settles till they get the first frame on the scoreboard.
14.
And the perfect angle on the blue now. This could be the key shot to winning his first frame here. Oh, he's caught. He should be okay. But he didn't catch the pink as he intended. Well, it's not perfect
90.
by any means.
No, he's a bit unlucky. He could have come out a lot nicer than this. So they're not really running for him at the moment, the balls, as so often happens, just when you're not quite on it.
Is it going to risk this tricky pot? It's 51 points in front. Very rarely refuses any sort of chance.
Very well played.
20.
Oh, superb shot. Beautifully played with the check side. Just held it up for the pink. That's his best shot of the match so far.
.58 ahead, so
26.
not that far from the winning post. Can quite easily screw this back, or yeah, screw back. Needs to keep running a
27.
bit further. It just needs the blue and one more red. A long way to travel with the cue ball, and you'd have to be very precise. Terrific amount of side. Is he on the one closest to the pink?
32.
Just about.
Good effort that, wasn't it, to get there. This needs good cueing.
33.
Just about. It's just about as good enough. The jaw, as I say, not easy to cue those, but it went in.
Yeah, that makes certain of the frame.
$39.
It might only be 40, but what a break this has been. Some very tricky shots in it. A bit of poor form when split the pack up. Oh,
I don't think I could see it quite as high as that and back into the pocket. Have a look at this little beauty. Whoops.
42.
very obedient though, isn't it?
But talking about focus, he
43.
didn't even react to that sort of trick shot there. He's kept his focus. This is a bit more like it from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
50. 51. $58. $59. $64.
Well, 4-0 down.
66.
Ball's awkward. This has been a fabulous contribution. Certainly wasn't straightforward when he came to the table. Won't be worried about
69.
not getting the cannon there. He's done enough. That was a tremendous break.
McIlroy and Brown. An earlier break of 32, followed by that magnificent 69 break. And we have liftoff for the Rocket. He's got his first frame on the board, but he still trails Judd Trump by 4 frames to 1.